Hey, Nashies. Woo, okay, long time no see. Had a couple weeks off. It's definitely good to be back here with you guys. Feels great. We have an incredible show tonight. Some super special Nashies joining us on the couch and making her very first appearance ever on NashChat. We have a super special, awesome, amazing guest. So you're going to want to stay put through tonight's entire episode. NashChat starts now. Hey everyone, I'm Amy Brown. Hope you're doing great. Hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Again, like I said, good to be back here on the couch. Good to be back in the NashChat house. Last week we were coming to you from LA, so got a good looking group of people with us here tonight. I feel like everybody's looking sharp. I want to start off by saying that we're super excited to finally have this extremely talented, I mean, does she need an introduction? Lennon Stella is here. Also known as Maddie Conrad, obviously on the show Nashville, because that's why we're all here. But I mean, I know your schedule is super busy, so thank you for joining us and taking time out of that to, I know Nashies are freaking out on Facebook right now, so it's super cool. And I don't know if y'all remember when we had Chip Esten on earlier this year, but we got him on the phone with a super Nashie Matt Nelson.
Hello.
And Matt, he's actually the one that started the petition to get Nashville back on TV. So we called him, got him on the phone. Chip was like, hey, you should come to Nashville. And, guess what, y'all? CMT, NashChat, we made it happen. Matt is here, and we decided to bring him in. So much fun. He got to hang out with Chip at a celebratory concert last night. It's called, what's it called? Single of the Year.
Single year.
One single year of year. I mean, so much fun. We're going to revisit that later in the show. We took footage of y'all out with Chip Esten, so we'll get to watch that. How fun. And then last week when we were in LA, our executive producer announced the big winner of our Nashie contest, Denise Hen. So we're super excited that you're here, our NashChat experience. And y'all got to hang out with Chip, like I said, so I'm excited to hear about y'all's night. Like, y'all are living the Nashie dream.
Yes.
Like, y'all are in Nashville, you got to hang out with Chip Esten, and now you're here on the NashChat couch, and our guest is Lennon. I don't feel like it gets any better than that. We got Charlie Rogers over here doing the music for us. High five. He's been any of the strumming that you've been hearing tonight. That has been compliments of him. So we appreciate you being our house band for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. And Nashies, as usual, this is the time we want you to start sending in all your thoughts and comments and questions about tonight's episode, so that way we can dig into that later on, and you never know, you might get a special shout out, right?
Yep.
Matt?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been watching at home on Facebook before and gotten a shout out?
Yes, you've chatted me out plenty of times.
And then what does that feel like?
It's great, trust me.
It's a great feeling.
Yes.
So therefore, send us your comments, because you can have a great feeling like Matt. Okay, so how's everyone doing? Just yay, nay? Feeling good? How do we feel about tonight's episode?
It's very dramatic.
A little bit of the feet.
Yeah.
Denise is fanning herself. Just FYI.
Trying not to cry.
Oh, okay, Denise. I didn't know if you were trying not to cry or you were just really hot.
It's hot, and I'm trying not to cry.
Our air conditioner is broken here at the NashChat house. So if y'all see us, come on.
ourselves.
Well, you're not playing guitar. Could you fan us?
Well, somebody get me.
Fan us. Somebody. So other than that, we're having a great night. We're happy to be here, and we'll dive into. First of all, thoughts on tonight's episode. Is anything that we need to that you want to talk about? This is your night, Nashies. Bring it. Matt, Denise.
I'm shocked she lost a baby.
Okay. Yes.
Surprised her and Gunnar broke up, basically.
Yeah.
But does that mean now?
Let's talk about that a little bit right now, because I don't know that we're set to dive into that.
Okay.
So since you bring it up, let's talk about it.
Okay.
So give me all the feels.
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Did
I
anybody?
think they've been breaking up for a long time.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe the Gunnar relationship is done for a while.
So Lennon, when you're not part of the taping of those scenes, so when you watch it, is that when you're realizing what's happening, or do you know the full script?
I
Usually, just I like watching it with everybody. Honestly, I like it being like a surprise, and the rest I know my storylines and enough that it obviously I know my storylines, but I know I just wing it. I know enough that
she's that good, y'all.
Seriously, I write it on the spot. I know enough that I know where my character is with everyone around her, but for the most part, I mean, yeah, I just I knew big storylines. I know that they're happening, but I haven't seen the scenes. I haven't watched them.
Yeah.
So it's definitely so sad.
So you're experiencing it for the first time, just like everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I know the storylines, but it's very different watching it. Absolutely, so different.
Now I could see everybody's. I was watching everyone's expressions whenever Charlotte was getting the news about the baby, and it was almost kind of whoa, this just got
real.
Real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's not a Hollywood ending.
No.
Yeah.
And it happened pretty fast too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just one thing after another.
Well, we'll just have to see what the next episode brings. I feel like sometimes there can be a 180 and then it can kind of shift back around. So we'll see what happens. So Lennon, since we've got you here with us, we kind of wanted to focus on you tonight for sure and your music. And, now that we finally have you here to talk about you on the show and their music and the past seasons, I guess it's pretty safe to say your character is definitely evolving. I think we all like where it's going. You're becoming a mature artist, everything, just even watching you perform tonight. I mean, Matt, you've got thoughts on this, so take
the music. This season, your music, I think so far has been the best out of all the seasons.
Thank you.
Saved is definitely my favorite song. So
Really?
Far. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's on repeat.
Thank you. Really?
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
It's you're definitely
tennis shoes.
Yes.
Do what?
Tennis shoes. That you wrote that one, right?
Yeah, I wrote Saved as well. That's so,
you wrote
both?
Wow.
Co-wrote it. My mom actually wrote it with me as well.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool. You guys picked the two. That's so awesome.
Oh, well, that's perfect
Yeah.
then. And I think for a lot of fans that were invested in your Raina's character, your mom on the show, you're stepping into her, following in her footsteps.
Yeah.
More. You're becoming that
Absolutely.
that rising star and kind of filling those shoes. So I think that's exciting for people to see. And your performance tonight was amazing. That was pretty cool to watch you, and your mom's even here. I love watching y'all, because your sisters come on a couple of times. I love watching y'all watch yourselves, and then how proud your mom is too of y'all, and you performing. It's almost oh yay, she did awesome. So let's revisit that clip.
You're holding me, darling. I wanna wake up and feeling me breathe. Yeah, I know there's nothing about you that's real, but I keep on believing, seeing you and me in this beautiful. Thank you guys.
So how fun that you get to do that. I mean, so you're obviously a writer. You're writing these songs. Music is in your blood. And what's it like sharing this experience with your mom? Like you mentioned, you wrote those songs, and I don't know if both of them or one of them at least was with your mom.
Yeah, one of them.
What's that like? Can you share with us?
It's amazing. I mean, both my parents are musicians, so we kind of me and Maisy both grew up in that completely we're raised in the music, and so it's really fun. I mean, it's so awesome getting to write with her. I mean, she's an insane writer, so I would kill to write with her even if she wasn't my mom. So it's really special, and also it's so different when it's with your family. It's such a connection. So. I don't know, I love it, and it's so cool. Those songs, both Saved and Tennis Shoes. Tennis Shoes I wrote about Maisy. They were not for the show, and then they used them on the show.
And so how does something like that work? Is the show going, and then you just kind of pitch these song ideas? You're like, well, I have these songs I already wrote, or...
Yeah, I mean, because the, Saved was with my mom, and then another guy, Matt. It was, so awesome, but we, that was complete, it was for our own stuff, and then it wasn't something we were going to use, So in the shows, always looking for new music, and we just like send in whatever songs we're not going to use for us, and then so yeah, it was really cool.
How would you say Maddie's music compares to your own music? I mean, it seems like they may be if you're pitching some of your song ideas, and
definitely
Maddie
similar.
gets to use them.
Yeah,
sort of similar.
It's getting more similar this season, which is like a lot more similar. Like if you go back to like the first season, it was more kind of like folky, kind of country almost-ish singer-songwriter, but it's definitely like the music is more like kind of indie poppy kind of.
Yeah. Matt, if you had to predict where you think Maddie's career is going, what are your thoughts?
I think she's going to end up at least how Juliet started off, like first thing on top and all that kind of stuff, but then also follow your mother's footsteps.
Yeah.
And just keep on going. That's where I see going. This season, possibly next season. Too.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Denise, any thoughts?
Well, Nashville is always filled with drama, so I think that will be up and down.
That's
okay, but nobody's thinking, what about you? One hit wonder?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, not at all.
Even if you do think that, don't say it.
Yeah, rude. I can't even believe you.
Think it, don't say it aloud.
Just kidding.
Albums, all of them.
He didn't think that. I just threw it out there. Nashies, if you have thoughts on where you think Maddie is going, Maddie, the character, obviously, Lennon, then send us your thoughts in the comment section for sure. So we got to talk about Maddie and Juliet. Hello. Okay, I was wondering if, I really thought, could they go the entire time just ever really revealing it? Because I just knew it was going to be so awkward and uncomfortable. No. They went for it, and they went for this episode, and I kind of like how you found out. I didn't know how you were going to find out.
Yeah.
Matt, Denise, how did y'all feel about how she found out?
I like that you found out, her character found out from the writer. Because either way, you would have found out, but it's better coming from the source that wanted you to do it instead of just like a news thing or whatever like that.
Right.
So I'm glad it happened with him. But again, the way he said it though was kind of like snobby.
Oh, you think? Yeah.
I thought it was snobby the way he just like approached it and just walked right out.
Oh.
I think he was just being like not trying to be.
I think
give
it
you
probably
space.
was so awkward because he was probably like realizing what happened as well. I mean, if like he fully thought I knew, and then I was just like, what? I just look at him like he's some crazy person. I'm like, But I can see where it came off that.
I guess
that
part of me thought, with Juliet sometimes being like awesome and not like the old Juliet that's kind of shady. I kind of thought, okay, she's gonna have like a little moment where she needs to confess and ask for forgiveness or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I did this, but no, it went down a different way, and you straight up threw a drink in her face.
Yeah,
Which was great. Which was.
Oh, yeah,
she needed it.
I think that scene is definitely worth revisiting. So let's take a look at that.
Maddie James? Travis Strapp.
Hi. Oh my gosh, so nice to meet you. You have written some of my favorite songs.
As long as you keep flattering me, I guess I can forgive you for passing on this one.
Wait, sorry, what?
I'm kidding. Jay said it didn't light your fire. I get it. I'd love to work with you one of these days, though.
All right, squeeze in. There's someone with longer arms do this.
How could you? I knew something was off, and you convinced me it was all in my head. Because you're so preoccupied, right?
Maddie, please, can we just talk about this outside?
There's nothing to talk about, liar.
Okay. I mean, has anybody ever legit thrown a drink in anybody's face?
No, but I would want to.
You wanted like just
It's on the bucket list, yeah.
Oh man, I haven't either. But so how many takes?
How many takes? Okay, well, we did it. Actually, what happened? Like, we did it a bunch of times with no drink and just
Air?
getting, just some air, just whipping some air. But like they were getting it up until that point because once she's soaking wet, it's not like we can keep redoing that. So we did it a bunch of times, and then like the director came in and was like, okay, we're just gonna go for it and don't tell her. And like I was like, no. She's gonna be so mad at me. Like, she's gonna think that like I like accidentally threw it. And like they were making such a big deal. Like every take before we went there, like, no water, no water. Lennon, you know there's no water. Like making it such a big deal. Like just so I know, I was like, I got it. Like we're not gonna throw the water in her face. And then like they came over and they're like, okay, throw the water in her face. I was like, no, don't, no, please. I was like, just do it. And then they're like, no water, no water. So I made it seem like it was like all me. And I went for it, and she was actually like so stoked that like, cause it was gonna be so hard to act surprised, you know, if like someone like I had done it so many takes of just like fake throwing it. So she was actually really happy that I just like went for it.
Okay, but, see, that's interesting. It was full of air. Like I was picturing like 10 takes of her just getting water on her makeup. I mean, there was
like 4 of like of water for sure, at least 4. But like there was a ton of not, like of just before that, where it's just like fake throwing it.
Okay.
But yeah, she was actually fully surprised. Like we made it seem like it was just gonna be air again for like the 20th time. So
you definitely nailed it. Good job. So now if you ever need
I did miss one time though, like fully missed it. Like straight up. Like I don't know how I managed to get it like on the other side, but like I definitely tried throwing at her. It like went diagonal. But
did you hit somebody else?
Yeah, did you hit next one?
I don't think so actually, because it was like in a circle, you know, in the scene. There's like 2 people right here, but it fully like went that way. I don't know how, but it did.
Is everybody okay with how Maddie handled the situation?
Yes.
We're okay with the drink in the face? Denise?
I have a question. So I texted a question last week, and you asked it, and I got some controversial answers from the folks on the couch, so I want to ask Lennon what she thinks. So I thought it's kind of odd that Maddie's mentor is Juliet, and how Raina would feel about that, because they had a frenemy kind of relationship. Yeah. Do you think that she would be happy with Juliet mentoring Maddie or not?
That's such an interesting question. I feel like up until like this point, up until Juliet did this, she was being a really good mentor, and like she actually like was like really being there for her as a friend, like as a person, but also like musically, like she really did like have her best interest in mind like up until this point. Yeah, she was like a really good role model, and I think ultimately like Raina and like Maddie's mom would have only wanted that for her, you know, regardless of her personal like beef with Juliet. But like I feel like she ultimately just would have wanted her to have somebody who loves and cares about her and is like genuinely a good mentor. And I think, you know, always Juliet was like Maddie's idol. Like she totally just like looked up to her. So I think Raina kind of like that wouldn't be a surprise for sure. But also now it's a completely different story, because now she actually doesn't have her best interest in mind, and who knows if she ever did. You know what I mean? Like that's So.
Is there any insight into the future girls' relationship? Like, I know you can't give it much away, but do we? I don't know. I can't really say. Like, is it going to get repaired, or is the damage done?
I don't know.
Be done for a while.
Yeah, I think honestly, like, that's really not a cool thing to do to somebody. So it's like, I think just for Maddie, she probably just needs to take a second and just like step back and like really like look at this situation. Be like, is this a good person to have in my life? But yeah, I don't know. Gotta see.
Okay, Nashies, we've been compiling a bunch of stuff that you've been sending in the comment section. So first of all, lots of fans are loving Lennon's music. Her voice is magical. There's lots of comments about your voice being magical. I can listen to her sing all week.
That's so sweet.
So that's awesome. Laura wants to know how you feel about a possible Deacon and Jesse relationship.
That's a good question. To be honest, like speaking as my character, I feel like that would not. I mean, it is so soon. Like I can't even imagine how hard that would be. Like I think like Jesse's really cool, and I think she's a cool person to have around, like have around the family, and like, but I think that would be so hard, especially honestly for Daphne. Like as like the older sister, I mean that would be my first thought, to be like how uncomfortable that would be for Daphne. I feel like it's just really soon, and I don't know when it would ever be long enough away that would be comfortable, but like that's just, it's really soon. So I mean
So I think that's your take. It's like too quick, like pump the brakes.
Like let's just
only been a couple months.
Let's just it's really that's such a tragic thing that I think I think it's uncomfortable for everybody. I think honestly Deacon feels the exact same way, and I think it's just probably catching everyone off guard. But no, I mean I don't think that needs to happen.
All right,
no,
so, got that.
Please no.
Heather wants to know, Lennon, who is your favorite actor or actress to film with, and why? And what else can you share with us from behind the scenes of our favorite show?
My favorite, I mean, honestly, everyone on the show is like genuinely a dream to work with. Like, there's no one that's like, it's really, we're so fortunate. But I feel like, honestly, Chip is so like, he really like gives so much into a scene. Like no matter like it's just, I feel like puts his entire being into it, and everyone on the show does truly, but like I don't know, me and Chip, like we really have like, I love him so much and we just have such a connection that's like when we are in scenes together, it's like everything is there and neither of us are thinking or about anything else, and it's just like so in it, and like I don't know, he really like wants it to be absolutely perfect. Like it doesn't matter how long it takes. Like even if we've been there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and he's just like, let's just do another one. If it's just I think he just gives so much, and it's like so easy to act with somebody who just gives so much. Yeah. And but I love working with Hayden too, like so much. So I don't know, everyone's awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's hard to pick, but you gave some good answers for sure. Matt, you're getting some shout outs.
Oh, am I?
OMG, Matt Nelson, I'm so excited for you. This is Aaron.
Oh, hey, Aaron.
Aaron's nervous for you, actually.
Oh.
And
no.
Aaron says, love you.
We're good.
Please. Yeah. I'm nervous. Mm-hmm. Deb said, OMG, I cried so hard tonight. Yeah, I'm sure, Deb, you're not the only one. And Kathy wants to know, Lennon, is it hard to grow up on camera, especially with a love interest?
Yeah. Absolutely. It is actually like weird for sure with like having like a boyfriend on the show, just because it's like the people that you like. I've been on the show since I was 12, so it's like having like your aunts and uncles and like your grandparents just like watching you. Yeah, like how awkward is that? So like weird. Let's be real, so awkward. So like yeah, it's definitely weird. There's a lot of weird parts about growing up, just being on the show from being on since 12. It's just like it's definitely weird. So, but I mean, there's obviously it's amazing and I love it. But definitely the weirdest part would be the boyfriend situation.
Do we find out what happens to him?
To Clay.
Yeah, to Clay.
Oh, and now that we have her here, oh my gosh, can we address Clay's age? Like, it's so awkward.
It's awkward.
It's awkward.
It's definitely awkward.
Obviously, we're talking characterly and not like
yeah, not real.
Yeah,
but I mean,
no, definitely.
we've had him on the show here before, and we're like, dude.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, for sure.
That's awkward.
For sure. Especially too, like Maddie. Like, yes, she's mature, but she also is like definitely still naive, and like definitely like has been very like pampered her whole life. Yeah. And it's definitely like he's not pampered. He's very much like he's been through it. Yeah. Like he's very, very much older. It's not like he's just like older in age. Wise. Like he's actually like an older man. You know what I mean? It's like he's actually
an old soul.
He's independent. Exactly. Yes. He's an old soul. It's not just like he's like a pampered like old. You know what I mean?
I'm 25.
25. Okay.
How old is Chris character? 23?
24.
24?
Isn't he 24?
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. So would you, as a 25-year-old musician, would you ever date a 17-year-old musician?
I think no.
Okay. Good answer.
Is it really?
Yeah. Very good. No, that's a solid no.
Good, yeah.
It's not legal yet.
Yeah, exactly.
At least wait till he's like out of high school or something, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, I know Deacon, like, whenever I picture him like being a dad, I remember being like, what? Why are Deacon and Raina not like regulating on this age thing?
More than any like Chip, like, no. He is not cool with that.
We love Chip. He's come on the show here at NashChat before. And as we mentioned earlier in the show, we've got Matt here with us. And we did bring up how you're the one that started the petition. And how many signatures were on that? Like 174,000?
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
If I'm correct?
I remember that floating around like my Facebook.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I signed
it went
it.
viral.
174,000?
Signatures. Yeah. Whenever the
crazy Nashies.
the future of Nashville was really uncertain, like CMT hadn't picked it up yet, like nobody knew what was going to happen or where it was going to go, and the petition was floating. And so when Chip was on, I guess it was like episode 4 maybe, he was sitting right there, and we had Matt on the phone, and then
on the cloud.
Yeah, and you had never come to Nashville.
No, it's my
and Chip
first time
was
here.
like, dude,
I love it.
you need to
It's
come
so
to
cool.
Nashville. And then NashChat and CMT was like, yeah, dude, you need to come to Nashville. So we made it happen.
You did, thank you.
And here you are, sandwiched between awesome people.
Yes,
and
very.
then y'all got to hang out with Chip last night. We're going to go into that a little bit.
He really is.
Yeah. We had a big contest too, which Denise, you won.
Yes.
And last week, the executive producer announced your name. That's specifically when you found out, right?
No, I actually found out a couple days before.
Oh.
And I got the email, and my husband was out of town, and I called and freaked out, and he thought the house was on fire or something was happening. And he asked me for the details. I said, I don't know. I didn't read the email. I just saw the subject line.
Yeah. Well, and so then now here you are, and y'all got to hang out at one single year.
Yes.
Yes.
Last night, right? Is that, am I saying it right? I feel
Yes,
like
you
it
are.
just sounds funny, but I wasn't invited, so
You should have just showed up.
I didn't get to go. We're going to
a
have to
party.
relive
It
the
was.
experience through you guys because we sent cameras along to follow you while you were out and about, and we've got that video clip for you guys right now.
Hi, I'm Matt,
I'm Denise.
and we're here in Nashville for the VIP NashChat experience.
We are at the Country Music Hall of Fame, where you're going to see Charles Esten's one single year, every single Friday concert, and we cannot wait.
Yeah. We're seeing Chip.
Hello.
Matt.
Who's been to Nashville? Your first time?
Second time. I was
Second.
an extra on the show, too.
Oh yeah, well you gotta come try that if you're a fan of that.
So you all might not know, but Charles Esten is a Pittsburgh native.
There you go.
So I brought from him from Pittsburgh a John Stallworth bobblehead doll.
Are you kidding me? John Stallworth bobblehead? But not very accurate because he never bobbled a thing in his life. Thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. What'd you get me? I'm
That's what I'm here. That's what
I'm just kidding. You're here. I appreciate it.
And the petition to bring the show back.
Well, thank you for doing that. I mean, they have said themselves that that was huge.
For a girl at work, we got our birthday card that I'm going to see if you can sign.
Hello, Donna. Charles Esten here.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Donna. Make him bring you next time. Let's start a petition to make it happen.
Hopefully we'll see you at the Steelers game when you're here. We have all access passes.
We do.
And we get to experience this concert with, I think, about 800 other Nashies.
And it's sold out.
Yes. We're here! Oh my, we just watched Charles Esten
great.
perform for 2.5 hours. So much energy. The crowd just ate it up. He just was phenomenal.
It really was. My first time seeing him, amazing.
Let's hear it for Chip.
Thank you, guys. And thank you so much.
That's so awesome.
Okay, so fun, so fun. So what was your first impression, like, meeting Chip and hanging out with him?
He's very tall.
Yeah?
I thought he was, from what it looks like on TV, he's kind of shorter.
Uh-huh.
But he was so tall.
Yeah?
I was very shocked.
And what about, I mean, was he, like,
Oh, he's so
just
nice.
as fun and cool
He's
as you
so
thought he was
nice.
going to be? I know,
And
right?
you can't fake
Yeah.
nice. I'm
No.
just
No, you can't.
genuinely nice.
He's
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, he really is.
You know, it's like I wouldn't ask you if you thought he was like well nice. Just for if maybe I thought he was a little bit of a jerk.
No,
Then
he
I'd be
was
like,
not.
Oh my gosh, but he's just not. He's someone in the business that is just consistently.
He loves what he does.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's what he
like,
does.
It's
That's what it
just,
is.
Like-
so much passion, yeah.
Even if you run into him at TJ Maxx, cool.
Yeah. No,
Same
he was
dude.
great last night.
He stayed for, after a 2.5 hour performance, he stayed for an hour and a half and met and took pictures with everyone. It was
That's
amazing.
awesome.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
The best.
Any stories from last night you want to touch on? Any one thing or?
No, the whole experience was just
Yes, and there were about 19 or so Nashies, official Nashies,
that flew
and
out.
we stayed and we flew someone from England.
Yep.
Shout out.
We had people flying in from Florida, from New Hampshire, from Massachusetts.
All over.
And he stayed and took a group picture. We always do a group Nashi picture. So
Wait,
I love
it's
this community. Yeah.
Yes, we're not.
Yes, we are.
So cool. I did not know that was the thing. So wait, you guys like all like meet together and it's like almost like a little
It's
Yeah.
like
We all
for the
talk on
first
Twitter.
time.
That's what we all do. We talk
No.
on Twitter.
No, and
Yeah.
when they travel to like other, like say, let's say Matt,
Yeah.
you're gonna go on vacation in Australia.
Okay.
We'll just throw that out there.
All
Like
right.
you could legit,
I'll do
like
it.
you're going anyways, but you would while you're there. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I understand about
The
our
Nashies.
Nashi community here is they correspond like, hey, I happen to be
Yeah.
vacationing in Australia.
No.
Want to
Let's
meet up
meet
for
up.
lunch?
Yeah.
And they all get together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that like a normal TV
Yeah.
show thing? I'm
No,
sorry.
I really don't. I think it's like
Probably
a unique.
not.
I'm sure other like super group, but I really feel like
We're very strong.
the Nashies are very
and passionate.
connected.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a little bit different because the
Goodness.
actors on the
yeah.
show are out performing, so you have an opportunity to interact with them versus
Yeah,
another
that
show
makes
where they're
sense.
only on TV.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Totally.
It's like when you guys tour and all that stuff, that's an opportunity for us to go out there and meet
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh,
which is
that makes so
nice.
much sense. Oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
So I was talking with Steve Buchanan, and he's
That's
trying to tell me
seriously.
about, we have this tour coming up, and we're starting at the Hard Rock. It's like, I know, I'm going to be there, and I'll be at Wolf Trap too, and there are a couple other crazy Nashies that are going to be there with me.
That's so awesome.
So they obviously had a good experience with Chip, and you
Okay.
get to work with him. And I know you said he was one of your favorite people to film with, but of course everyone on the show is awesome. But when he came on NashChat, he showed up with like 5 pints of ice cream, all different flavors. And I know that's something y'all do on the show together is
my
eat
God.
ice cream like a lot.
Yeah.
So when y'all are
That's my kind of
filming,
day.
for real, are y'all really eating ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
And then is it like melting? And then some takes you're like, do you mess up on purpose so you can just get more ice cream?
No, honestly, like, I just get, we really get lucky. They write a lot of scenes in with me eating like ice cream. Like, it comes scenes like, what kind of ice cream do you want? Like, Moose Tracks.
Okay, I was going to
Always.
ask, what's your favorite? Yeah.
Moose Tracks. And I just never get sick of it. No, I literally, like, if it starts melting, like, Frank, like, the props guy, he just comes in.
Oh, shout out
fills it.
Frank.
Frank, he's the best. He comes in, like, makes sure it's just so good. We're really lucky. We're just getting to eat ice cream all day.
I would be really
I
close to
would be happy
Frank
with
too
that.
if he was refilling
Yeah.
my Moose Tracks.
I know.
agree.
Yeah, we don't even have to, like, yeah.
Same.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Well, I actually have a funny story about you and ice cream.
Oh,
What?
So I
do
used to
tell.
work. I used to work at Mike's Ice Cream in downtown Nashville,
Oh yeah,
and
on
you came in one night.
Broadway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually the first time I ever met you. Was at
Wait,
Mike's
when
Ice
was
Cream.
that? What?
Like 3 years ago.
Wait, is Mike's ice
years
cream
ago.
even there anymore?
Well, they moved. They moved around the corner.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, so
It's
do you
a-
remember what she ordered?
No, I'm sure it was Moose
Probably
Tracks. It was
Moose
probably
Tracks.
Moose Tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, so
God, that's
did
so
you, How
funny.
long did you work there?
I worked there for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Right
my
out of
goodness.
college. And then,
Yeah. I see
So
y'all.
funny.
there's a picture of your sister and you and I in Mike's Ice Cream.
No.
Yeah.
She wants that picture.
I want ice cream.
So next time you go back there for ice cream, to check out the
That's so
picture.
funny.
That is,
Oh my
so,
God.
I love that.
I love
What a
that.
fun night. I mean,
That's so funny.
and you guys can see that like musicians in town, I love hearing
That's so
stories of even the guys that are like blown up, like A-list superstars. Because the radio show that I'm on, the Bobby Bone Show, we get to interview them a lot, and it's so fun to hear like their jobs when they first got to Nashville. Like
Yeah.
Garth Brooks, like sold boots, like worked at the boot store on Broadway or whatever, and would go in and be like, yeah, size 9. And could you imagine like Garth Brooks is
Yeah,
like
right.
size 9? I don't know. And like some people worked at like FedEx and UPS, and some people like just did janitorial work, like whatever they could to kind of just like get cash in their pockets, and then they were like playing Tootsies or Broadway. So
Yeah.
you never know what's going to happen with this guy right here, and he used to scoop ice cream at
I used to
Mike's.
scoop ice cream at Mike's.
I love it. I love it. So, since we were talking about the Chip Esten thing, just heads up, you can look for more clips from that VIP NashChat experience on future episodes. And as we wrap up tonight, something we always love to do, which I think that you guys love, is the sneak peek into what's going to go down next week. And I feel like we this week's episode had so much happening that I kind of want next week to kind of tie,
all together,
lift some of it up. Like this is some downers for sure. So maybe we'll lift everybody back up. So before we say goodbye, let's take a look at that sneak peek.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Why are you doing this?
I told you, Jesse, because I want to. I like the song.
But the first time you offered, I was pretty clear that I couldn't accept your help.
Well, yeah, but
But what?
you weren't exactly confidence-inspiring in your plan to get it done yourself.
Okay, so then
were
you just come in and do everything for me, and I feel guilty, and then feel like we have to do everything your way.
You don't have to do anything my way. I never said you did.
It feels like you're taking over, though.
I'm sorry if I didn't listen to you, okay? But honestly, all that I want to do is just to give you a platform to do your thing, okay?
Why?
Because you're good, because you deserve it.
Matt.
Yes.
Thoughts on the sneak peek?
It's good.
You excited?
I am.
Okay, Denise.
I'm thinking there's more going to be happening there.
I know, and we already
Which we
know
don't want.
how Maddie.
Which we don't want.
You don't want either.
No.
No.
It's too soon.
Yeah,
It's too soon.
Let's be
I'm
real.
sorry, it's too
I
soon.
feel like most everybody out there would agree. Like too soon.
It's
I
not-
have comments that are saying, yeah, definitely too soon. oh, shout out Scott. Scott left a comment saying they should make an ice cream and call it Nash Tracks. Like moose tracks. Or what?
Oh, wait, I said or Lennon, but no.
Oh,
That's so
yeah.
funny. Nash
We should call it
Tracks.
Lennon. Yeah, Lennon
That should be a thing.
Tracks. What's your favorite ice cream?
It's my favorite
Yeah.
ice cream, like all time.
All time.
Yeah.
I dig some like Chunky Monkey Ben and Jerry's. I like
Chunky
banana
Monkey.
ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
Cookie and cream all the way.
Okay, Denise.
I'm a Pittsburgher, so I love Blitzburg.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's vanilla with chocolate chips and cookie dough and caramel.
Okay.
Yum.
All right. I'm a mint chocolate chip girl. I'm surprised
All
that
right.
nobody else
I love
here
mint
is.
chocolate chip.
Yeah, we're just
And
talking
y'all, as hot as it is here in the NashChat house tonight because our air conditioner is broken, I think we are all dreaming of ice cream.
Yes.
And by the way, it's like the hottest day in Nashville like ever. Right?
It was nice.
It was hot.
I like the heat.
It was nice.
You like the heat?
I
yeah,
like the
no.
heat. I like the heat.
No, it's like we're basically doing a Bikram yoga class right now. You don't know it.
It's hot yoga. It's hot
Like,
yoga.
we're in hot yoga. Like all we're missing is the downward dog. We're sweating. Like it's just we're just casually being like, so
We're like, no, it's fine.
so what's it like working with Chip? But you know what? We do this for you guys. We're toughing it out. I mean, it's always fun being here for sure. I think it's been a fun night.
Very. Very.
It goes by quick.
It does.
Yeah. Are you guys glad that you came?
Very. Thank you. again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
So much
thanks
fun.
for all the work you did with the petition.
Yeah.
Anytime.
And Denise,
Anytime.
congratulations on winning the NashChat VIP experience. And Lennon, having you here has just been awesome. I know that everyone is like, what? Now it's like we hit legit status. It's like, oh, they got Lennon on. Check. It's like NashChat
showing
goals.
out there.
NashChat
The Nash bucket list.
The bucket list.
The bucket list.
Oh my God, I
Exactly.
love it. Thank you for
So,
having me.
obviously, do you have an album release date? People are asking.
No, I don't.
Sorry, guys, I asked.
Sorry, I'm working.
I tried.
I'm working.
We try to get the lowdown here.
I'm just in the writing process right now for sure, but I can promise you that is what I'm going to be doing with my life.
Good.
Yes. Well, I think it's safe to say that you've. I mean, I'm not an expert, but you have a beautiful voice. So I'm pretty sure you got a solid career. So I think she's good to go.
Yeah.
Charlie, do you want to let everybody know where they can find you? Like, what's coming up? What's coming up next for you? Where can we find you on social media? Stuff like that.
Well, I just released a single called Too Many Miles. It's anywhere you buy music, anywhere you stream music, you can
Well, you
find
should
it
tell
there.
people to buy it.
Yeah, buy it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
ain't no shame in that
So,
game.
Exactly.
I mean, you can stream it, but I say, you know what?
should buy
Let's
it.
support the Nashi
Definitely
community.
buy it.
Yeah.
Let's buy Charlie Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay,
you can
on social?
find any like Instagram, Twitter. You can find me at Charlie R Music,
Okay.
or Facebook is under Charlie Rogers Music.
Nice.
It's ROGERS. There's no D in the last name.
Oh,
it's common.
just Rogers.
Yeah. You don't need the G.
You don't. Who needs the D?
It's silent.
No, we don't need the D. Okay, thank you, Nashi. We're getting delirious. already. So thanks to all you Nashvies joining us here for NashChat tonight. And Charlie's, with no D, is going to play us out. And we'll see you here next week.
Time is running out, gotta get you home. This night is running out, I need to get you alone. I know I shouldn't speak, but your hands all over me. It's got my mind racing to a place it shouldn't be. I'm thinking pulling the drive, get you inside. 'Cause you're what I need. If we don't make it through the bedroom door, I'm okay if we just make out on the floor. Losing clothes, we're racing time. So baby, come and put your lips on mine. I don't care if the lights are on. We'll get it right all night until the dawn. You and me, nothing between. Spending all night rolling around these sheets. You know, love to make a dream a reality. But there are too many miles, too many miles, too many miles between. There are too many miles, too many miles, too many miles between. I could pull over, give into ecstasy. Wish that I could fast forward